Let's discuss about the chemical properties of the alkaline earth metals here. So first one, let's look at here the reactivity towards air and water. So all these group 2 elements, they are going to be readily react with this air and water vigorously. They are going to be react here. So when they react with these compounds, that is air and water, they are going to be forming an oxide layer. This oxide layer for those elements, it is going to be act as a protective layer. So that's why in order to protect the elements, so they are going to be formed with air and water here. So first one, let's look at here. You know some beryllium. When this powdered beryllium, when it is going to be react with air, I mean when it is going to be ignition in presence of air, it is going to be forming as beryllium oxide as well as the beryllium nitride compounds is going to be formed here. Beryllium nitride and beryllium oxide is going to be formed here. Similarly, magnesium also same in the same way. Magnesium is also going to react with the ignition in the presence of the air. It is going to form the magnesium oxide as well as the magnesium nitride compounds. Similarly, calcium also, calcium, strontium, radium. So these elements from the group 2 elements, when they react with that air, they are going to form the metal oxides like this. Beryllium oxide, magnesium oxide, calcium oxide, strontium oxide, right? Like this, they are going to form along with their metallic nitrates compound is also going to be formed here. Second, reactivity towards the halogen compounds. I mean the reaction with the halogen compounds. You know this halogen compounds, that is called group 17 elements. That is called generally we are going to print it as the X here. X means halogens. The compounds are fluorine, bromine, iodine. So these are the compounds. They are going to be called as the halogens. So they are the here it is going to be formed. How the alkali metals, I mean group 4 metals, how they are going to be react with the halogens. In the similar way, these alkaline earth metals also they are going to be react with these halogen compounds. So let's see what happens. Let's discuss here. So these I will take M. M means there is nothing but the alkaline earth metals. That is group 2 elements. When they are going to be react with the halogens. Why I am going to take the X2 means in the case of the that is called alkali earth metals. So that is we have seen the Na plus X, right? That is called NaCl. That is going to form here. But here we are going to take the 2 moles. Why? Because so this metals is containing the valency plus 2. That's why in order to satisfy the plus 2 valency, we are going to take the molecules of the halogen. Whereas in the alkali metals, that we are going to take the only one single mole of the halogens. So like this, they are going to form the MX2 formation to express. Say example, suppose if I take the calcium metal, example X2 means I am going to take the Cl2. That is formation of the calcium chloride like this. Form here. Similarly, reaction with acid. If I take the example, acid means HCl I am going to take here. I am going to take the 2 molecules of the HCl. Similarly, when it is going to form the MCl2 is going to be formed here like this. MCl2. So MCl2 along with hydrogen gas is also going to be eliminated here. So let's take in the place of the metals, we should take the, so that is called group 2 metals. Like suppose if we take the magnesium as a metal here, magnesium that is going to react with the 2HCl. HCl is acid, and also we can take the H2SO4 also, right? So that becomes in the place of metal I am going to take the magnesium chloride and we are going to remove the hydrogen gas is going to be eliminated here. Similarly, if I take the calcium, it is going to react with the 2HCl, that is going to form the calcium chloride along with hydrogen gas is going to be operated here like this. So like this, they are going to react with acids and halogens. Let's discuss about the uses of these alkaline earth metals. Some of them are going to be listed here. First one, let's discuss about the magnesium carbonate. That is the indication of the MgCO3, right? MgCO3. This is called magnesium carbonate. Is an ingredient of the toothpaste. So one of this one, magnesium carbonate is going to be used in the toothpaste. So that is what one advantage of the using this magnesium. Second one, metallic beryllium is used for the making the windows of the Excel tool. You can see the picture of this one. That is called that beryllium is going to be used for the making the windows of the Excel tool. You are going to see the picture. That we are going to be act as a metallic beryllium is very necessary for this one for the Windows tube. So this is the second one. Next third one, magnesium forms alloys with the aluminium, zinc and tin. You know this one, that is alloys. Alloys is nothing but the mixtures of the metals. Suppose when you mixtures the some or more metals, what happens? There is one more product is going to form. So that product, say example, magnesium when it is going to react with aluminium, there is form alloys. Means mixture of the 2 metals that can be used in the aircraft constructions. You can use this in aircraft construction. So many these will be almost alkaline earth metals and alkali metals of these alloys compounds is always used in the some automobiles engineering, aircraft constructions, some other we can use here. Last one, magnesium hydroxide in water, that is called MgOH twice. That is called magnesium hydroxide. That is the formula MgOH twice in water. That is going to be dissolved in the water. That is called, that name we are going to call as milk of magnesium. Milk of magnesium. That is indication of the MgOH twice plus water, that we are going to call as the milk of magnesium, is used as the antacid in medicine. So that's understand about the antacids. You know this one, when your stomach gets acidity, that time we are going to use this neutralizer, right? When your stomach gives you the excess of the acid, in order to neutralize, we are going to use some basic compounds, right? In order normal reaction, right? So acid will be there, then we are going to treat the base or antacids. That is the opposite word is called antacid. When you use this antacid in medicine, we are going to use here. Then neutralization of your body in health parameters, that we are going to use as a medicine. You can see the bottle of this one, that is antacid. That is called magnesium hydroxide. The milk of magnesium, you can see the bottle, that one. That bottle of it is going to act as a antacid, that is helpful for the neutralization of your stomach acidity. Let's discuss about the general characteristics of the alkaline earth metals compounds here. What are the general characteristics means? So all these alkaline earth metals, they are going to be react with the oxides and hydroxides. Oxides means oxygen, in presence of oxygen. Hydroxide means presence of the OH groups. So you know this one, all the alkaline earth metals, you can take the magnesium, calcium, strontium, beryllium. So these metals are readily react with in presence of the air. They are going to form the metal oxides. They are going to be formed with the metal oxides. Here M means metals, O means oxygen. That is called, together we are going to call as the metal oxides. But whereas except BeO, that is called beryllium oxide, except these compounds, all the compounds what are going to be formed here? Suppose magnesium oxide, calcium oxide, strontium oxide, that is beryllium oxide. So these compounds are all in the ionic in nature. Ionic in nature, whereas this compound is going to be formed in covalent nature. So that is main difference here. That is called beryllium oxide. It should be in covalent nature, but all these metal oxides, they are in ionic nature. And here, so all these oxides are basic in nature. Usually, all these oxides are basic in nature, but this compound, it is going to be exhibit nature of the amphoteric nature. So the one word we are going to call as the amphoteric in nature. So let's understand what it means amphoteric in nature. Amphoteric means they can act together. That is called togetherness. Suppose, so these compounds act as a basic means. So this compound is going to be exhibit both, that is acid as well as the base compound. So one more compound is the best, that is called universal solvent, water. This will be having the amphoteric nature. This is called best amphoteric in nature. Next, beryllium oxide should be there. That is called, this beryllium oxide, it is going to be act as an acid as well as the base. So like water also. So say simple example, if I take the HCl and water molecules. So here what is going to form here? Hydronium ion compound is going to be formed here along with Cl minus. So here this HCl is going to be act as a acid here. It is a pure acid one. So this water molecules, now it is going to be act as a base compound. So here water molecules is going to be act as a base. Similarly, if I take the ammonia, you know this is called basic in nature, ammonia. Now I am going to take this water molecules. Now it is going to form the NH4 plus hydroxide ions. So it means here this ammonia is going to be act as a base. This water molecules which is going to be exhibit the character acid. So same way in different reactions, here water molecules which is going to be act as a base, but in this reaction water molecules is going to be act as a acid. So same compound, it has a dual character, that is called acid and base. So that compound we are going to call as the amphoteric in nature. Come to this hydroxide formation. So what happens? So these metallic oxides, when they react with the hydroxides, that is called water molecules. When they are going to be react with the water molecules, the metal hydroxide is going to be formed here like this. Metal hydroxide. When you look at the balancing form, here one metal, here two oxygen and two hydrogen. That together I am going to write as M hydroxide. That is called metallic hydroxide. If we say example, the magnesium oxide, with these magnesium oxide, and is going to be react with the water molecules. So magnesium hydroxide is going to be obtained here. Similarly, if I take the calcium oxide, because metal is calcium, so these are called alkaline earth metals. This is called oxygen oxide form. So these will be exhibit the nature of the, that is called ionic nature. So these calcium oxide is going to be react with the water molecules. So that is formed calcium hydroxide are going to be formed here. So these metal hydroxides we are going to call as the basic in nature. So these will be going to be act as a basic in nature. So let's discuss about the second general properties of the alkaline earth metals, that is called halides. You know already the alkaline earth metals, they are going to be react with the halogen, that we are going to form the metal halides here. So here metal halides means we should study about the beryllium halide first. So this beryllium halide, so except in group 2 elements, all other alkaline earth metals they are going to be formed with the halogens, but except this beryllium halide, which is going to be exhibit nature of the covalent nature, but whereas all metal halides of the group 2 metals they are going to be exhibit as the ionic in nature. Say example, if I take the magnesium chloride, so this magnesium chloride is nothing but this is a salt, right? So that is called 8H2. That means hydrated form of this salt is going to be exhibited in nature. Similarly, calcium chloride dot 6H2O, and one more example, beryllium chloride dot 2H2. So these are what hydrated form of these salt. So this is what beryllium chloride is a salt, calcium chloride is a salt, magnesium chloride is a salt. So these hydrated form of these salt we are going to study here. So that is called halides. And these salt, these will be in ionic in nature, whereas in beryllium chloride or beryllium halides compounds, usually they are in covalent nature.